You already know what it is. Your boy DJ Filthy Rich,
Yeah, it's your boy DJ Big X.
and welcome to the We Outside show. And guess what, X?
What's up?
We back outside.
Hey, you do know that.
Hey man, how you been, bro?
Hey man, it's been good. It's been a long time, man. It's good to be back in the saddle.
Yeah.
Now we back. Now we can voice our opinion. Now we got our voice again. You know what I mean? So
It's a lot to talk about, man.
and you do it, and you do know that.
And you do know that. All right, so I think I want to start with because we're in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
And we are both DJs in Atlanta for a very long time. We've been doing this.
Okay.
We should talk about the music scene, the current music scene in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I saw you put up a post the other day, and you were saying that all the artists out here that are claiming they're hot. Jermaine Dupri just dropped an album. Shout out to Jermaine Dupri. Dropped the Magic City soundtrack.
That's right. And it's hot.
And it's hot. Metro Boomin dropped Futuristic Summer, which has been going crazy. Actually, I feel like it brought Atlanta back.
Yeah.
Brought the
That was
vibes
the
back.
first wave. I feel
Yeah.
like that record was like the first wave. You know what I'm saying?
So Metro dropped his, then Jermaine Dupri dropped his.
Right.
And you made a post saying basically what they did is they picked all the hot artists
Yeah.
in Atlanta that they
Yeah, I
thought
mean,
were hot.
well, basically that's what the press kind of sold it as if like, okay, Jermaine being historically who he is as an Atlanta icon, and then you got Metro who represent like the younger generation of producers. They all picked who they felt were hot to be on on these projects. So my question was, okay, if Jermaine and Metro pick these artists to be on those albums, what's the status of the people that didn't get picked on those albums?
Right. So if in their view,
Right.
they picked who's hot. So if you didn't make it, does that mean that you're not hot?
Right, that's what I'm asking. That's the question. That was the question. And being a DJ, how you feel about that?
I feel like it's a niche thing, right? So obviously, what I say all the time, first of all, it's a billion artists anyway. So everybody ain't gonna make everything, right? My auntie rap, my cousin rap, my son rap, my daughter rap, my mama rap, everybody rap.
Everybody rap.
He rap, the nigga on
Right.
the camera rap, the light man rap. Everybody rap, right? The mechanic, the nigga that work on my car, I'm sure he got a little mixtape
yeah.
or something too. So everybody can't make everything. So I don't necessarily feel like if they didn't pick them, they not hot. I just feel like, this game is based on relationships first and foremost, right?
Right.
So of course, people gonna pick people that they rock with, people that they're personally fans of. I know Jermaine Dupri. I heard him say when he was first working on this project that he was picking people that he never worked with before that he wanted to work with.
Right.
So I don't want to say people not hot because they didn't make those projects because a lot of people gonna get offended because everybody can't make it. You can't pick everybody, but they did pick relevant people.
I will say this, and the reason what made me say that because you have, and then in the caption I said, you had a lot of self-proclaimed people that's like, I'm the hottest in the city, and
Facts.
I don't know why you people are not messing with me, but they didn't get picked for those projects, so that would make me kind of go, okay, so if you self-proclaimed hot, what's your status now that you're not on those projects?
Right. Well, how you gonna hate from outside the club, but you can't even get in? You know what I'm saying?
So that was just my whole premise, and that was like my whole question. It wasn't like the hate on the artists that didn't make it, because like I said, and even in my caption, there's a lot of talented artists like we said before, like you got Joe Green who didn't make the project, who, to me is like one of those artists that I feel, hey man, we should be going out our way to make sure that this guy gets seen. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? Because he's put out back-to-back projects that was
Bangers.
dope. You know what I'm saying? So
T.O. Green, shout out
you
T.O.
got
Green.
T.O. Green. You got a lot of, that's what I'm saying. So you got a lot of different artists around the city that's been making noise for years that didn't make the project.
Yeah.
But, you can't take away the fact that they really put that grind in. They really put that work in.
Yeah, for sure. And I think
And you can't forget Amaretta. You like, that was one of the things that was like, that kind of had me, even when we go back to even Futuristic, and you even go with the Jermaine album, it just caught me off guard that you had a girl that was as talented as Amaretta that didn't make the album.
for
You know
sure,
what I'm saying?
which is another, I'm sure she takes that as another slap in the face because she's like an underdog. Like
Yeah,
she really
yeah,
got
yeah.
it. She got it. Like
Yeah,
she got
yeah.
everything that we want from a female artist from Atlanta, and something is not connecting. I'm not sure.
and I like it because I like her because I think as far as an artist, she really take the sport of rhyming and that
Exactly.
thing serious. She take it, she take her lyrics and what she's doing on the mic and how she present herself as an artist. She take it serious.
For sure. Okay, so let me ask you this, because we are cut from that cloth. We like MCs, real MCs. Do you think she's too nice, and maybe that's why people don't fuck with her?
Nah, I think she's just dope. I just think when you look at it from a marketing standpoint, a lot of artists have to figure out how they're marketing, how do you reach an artist? I mean, an audience. You get what I'm saying? So I think as she's grown up in our face, she's trying to figure out, okay, where do I fit in this? Because again, as a female artist, she's not talking about her coochie. She's not selling sex. She's not doing a lot of those things. She's really, laying heavy on what she can do on the mic.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I think that has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah, because so like for the male rappers, right? You got the rapper starter kit, right? So they got the chain, they got the motherfucking, all that bullshit,
right.
the tattoos on their face.
Yeah,
so for the females, the rapper starter kit is the BBL, the outfits, the shaking ass, the twerking.
Right.
So if she's not going that route, it's probably going to take her longer. But I feel like at some point she should get that organic cult following. That
right.
You know what I'm saying? If she just keep working at it, I think that's the only route that she could go. I don't want her to go get the rapper starter kit for females.
But when you think about it, like now when you look at it, when we're looking at talent now, do you really think the BBL and that whole look is even needed now? Because now girls are really stepping into that light now.
Yeah, I would say, talent is a funny word, bro, to me. Like, because a lot of people that are popping are not really talented to me.
And that was a discussion that, like, I think when I read in the comments, that was one of the things that Calvin said is like it's a difference between talent and hot.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like you got a lot of talented people, but hot is totally different from talented. You know what I'm saying? So how do you look at that?
Man, I think I believe luck has a lot to do with these things. Timing, luck. Yeah, for sure. Timing, luck, and then it always comes down to the money. So a lot of people are not talented. They only hot because they got a bag behind them or they know the right people. That's not talent. And I think luck and timing. Like sometimes somebody could throw a record out. Okay, like think about back when Glorilla came out, when FNF came out. That was just perfect timing, the perfect song at the perfect time. There was really no bag behind that. That was a real viral moment.
And then we get like that kind of segue us into this. When we're talking about those kind of records, like when we're talking about the TikTok sensations, like I said, those things they don't happen. When you're talking about TikTok, those things doesn't happen twice. You know what I'm saying? Like you won't see a fuck nigga free twice. You won't see a win whammy twice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Lightning in a bottle.
Right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So a lot of that is, and I hate it because a lot of times when those artists have that success, they feel like they can kind of bypass a lot of the things that a lot of these other artists are doing out here because they had the quick success. They don't have to do the showcases. They don't have to come in, see the DJs. A lot of things they feel like because they had that instant success, they don't have to do it. But the thing about that is, a lot of those artists that have that instant success, they have to come back and see the DJ on that second go round.
What goes up must come down, though.
Right. But the important thing about it is, and the reason why I bring that up, I think a lot of times the artists forget that they have to go and network even when they're having that level of success. I think like when you start having that level of success, especially when it's fast, like how it comes, like how it may have came for Pluto, I think she should have been out there shaking hands and kissing babies. I think she should have been in everybody's face because once that hype goes away, once that level of acceptance that everybody accepted me all at once that go away, now I got to get out here and I got to do the groundwork. Now I got to really make sure that these people know me and like me.
Yeah, you got to have a foundation.
No doubt.
Like they be trying to build the building from the top floor down. It don't work that way. So when it fall, you ain't got nothing to fall back on. It's always going to come back to us. We're pro DJ because we are DJs.
Yeah, right.
But it's organic because a lot of times we've seen some artists, they'll do the viral thing, fall off, and they never come back. But if they come to us, the DJs in the streets can bring you back and make you relevant.
Always. I mean, that's the thing about the DJs. Like I made a post maybe a few weeks ago when I was talking about like how, a lot of the executives that are now out here, they're trying to, be what we are to these independent artists. But at one point they were telling the independent artists that, yo, you don't need the DJ, you don't need this, you don't need that, you don't need to use these things that have been traditionally the things that have kept artists afloat. That you didn't need those things. Now that they're not at those labels, now they're back out here telling the artists, oh, you need to do this, oh, you need to use these things that you would just, when you had the comfort of the job, you was telling them they didn't need those things because in the comfort of your job, you didn't need those things, but these artists did. You get what I'm saying? So when I look at that, I go, everything that they told you wasn't important is more important now for an independent artist than it's ever been before.
You're right. Shout out to all the A&Rs that lost y'all jobs and y'all was doing that. Now y'all don't even know what to do. So y'all trying to do what we do, but it's too late.
Yeah.
So all right, let me ask you this then. So when people say like an artist, like, oh man, they gatekeeping. Who do you feel like the real gatekeepers were? Do you think it was those guys?
I think it was if you want me to just be honest with you, Phil, I'm gonna be honest, bro.
We
Like,
outside, man. Look, we ain't.
listen, bro. If I'm being honest, I think it was a little bit of everybody. I think it was a little bit of the promoters, the promotional people, the A&R people, the DJs, the bloggers. I think everybody played a little bit of a part of being a gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like to the point to where a lot of artists felt like. I remember artists coming to me going, he came to me one time, he was like, yo, X, man, I done everything I could possibly do, bro. I did everything y'all told me to do, but it's like I hit a ceiling. And I knew, and when he was telling me this, all at the same time, I'm going, I know what that ceiling is. You've done everything we asked you to do. But if radio don't support what the DJs do to take that record to the next level, then all the artists are stuck at a point to where it's like, I done everything y'all asked me to do. Where do I go from here? So a lot of those artists are hitting that ceiling, and then you got this whole thing about, you know, it costs $250,000 to break a record. It costs just so in some artists' eyes, once you get to that point, it get discouraging.
Right, because who's running around with $250,000?
Right, and then you know that kind of segue us to this whole thing that they got going on now with the this supposedly, allegedly supposed to be like this payola thing that's payola Rico that's coming down.
Yeah,
but you know. It's probably be a slap on the hand. Don't do that, and it'll go right back to the same routine. I think it just even when I seen everybody lose their job at the labels, I think all of that happened because at some point these labels knew that this RICO that's happening, that they allegedly is happening now, was coming.
they had to distance themselves.
There you go. Same way they did with the other RICO.
Right. I ain't in it. Say, I ain't in it. My name Bennett, and I ain't in it.
Yeah. So
okay, all right. So if you're an artist now. And you may not know the answer to this because I struggle with this because artists will come up to me in the club and be like, same thing, like, man, I got this record and I'm hot. And it'll be somebody I really like. I like their record. I can play it as many times as I want. But I'm one person and one person can't break a record, right?
Right.
So they're like, what else do I do? If they can't get to radio, what do they do?
for me, if it was me, and this is just my advice, I would go the digital route if I couldn't get, because now it's like for artists, it's so many digital opportunities out here for you, from TikTok to paying for digital ads, from doing blogger pages. It's just so much other digital things that you could be doing. You can work internet radio. Like internet radio is really big for a lot of people that don't really want to go the internet route. I mean, that don't want to go the other route. You got a lot of internet radio stations that are really working. You got a lot of people,
and they're media based too. A lot of them.
You got, now that those internet stations are becoming media bases. Now those internet stations are becoming a lot more important and a lot more valuable than they were 5 years ago.
Let me do a quick shameless plug. Filthy Rich Radio on Rockland One Radio is an internet radio show that I have that is media based. Spins, they count. So holla at me if you want your record on there.
Yeah.
You got to just be creative. I think it's just a little bit of everything. You got to do everything, man. And again, the game is so saturated. You have way more competition than you had before because of the internet. Like, again, anybody can just pick up their phone and make a song. And you ain't even just competing with real people. Now you compete with AI artists.
Well, and that's the crazy thing I wanted to talk about too. You got the girl that just signed up. This is weird. This is weird to me because I was just telling my girl today, I said, how do you sign a multi-million-dollar deal for an artist that don't exist?
It's whoever's putting the prompts in. So it's whoever's putting those prompts in. So when I was looking, and I don't know if I'm,
Well, I'm the prompt king, and I'm telling you, I got some stuff. I promise you, I got the first Atlanta AI company coming.
Well, let's get the money. I want to be a co-chairman or something. Street.
It's
on camera.
I hope they give me $3 million. You know what I'm saying? But
at least.
But it just caught me off guard because I said, yo, if you could give $3 million to an AI artist that doesn't exist, what value do that put on an artist that actually exists?
Right. Well, okay. So again, this goes back to still, you can't beat organic, right? So this AI artist gets the deal, right?
Right. Now,
you gonna go on tour?
You can't get. You're not getting that. You're not getting that out of it. All you get. You're spending $3 million. Let's think entrepreneur right quick, right?
Okay.
So I'm spending $3 million for artists that don't exist, right? The only way I can eat off this artist is streaming.
That's it.
I can't get any live anything. There's no promo. There's nothing involved in this artist. But I'm giving up $3 million for this artist.
How do you return on your investment?
Not even just the return on the investment. I really start having to, it really makes me think like, okay, if a label is willing to give up $3 million for an artist that doesn't exist, that's AI, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm asking you this again. How do you value an actual artist? What is the actual artist worth at that point? Because if I give you $3 million for something that don't really exist, I can't get no touring, I can't get no merch. You can do merch, you can do you can do all of that, you can do everything.
Music videos.
You can do music videos, but when it comes to being physical, all of that aspect of it is gone. And you probably can do shows, but it'll probably be all video.
Right, but that's gonna cost more. I'm assuming. You know.
Well,
What I'm
no,
saying?
if it's all AI, it's all digital, so it's not probably gonna cost me as much money as it's probably gonna cost me to house a artist.
Yeah, or tour bus or flights. And
Right,
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
All I'm doing is loading this up in a package. We loading this up and putting this up on the
So
screen.
then, is that your answer?
I might have just answered my own question, huh?
Yeah.
But
still,
who
nothing
wanted?
beats-
But who wants to come to a show and see a video like?
Yeah, the only time I've ever seen that work is the group, the Gorillas. But even they still had live
They said
people on stage.
Yeah, they got instrumentation.
Yeah. There's
like
a band there.
It still was a band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't see anybody I don't know, bro. This generation is weird though. They might go pay to see a virtual. Okay, I'll give you a perfect example, right?
Right.
I would like to see how this plays out. So you know, I'm in the animation space, right?
Right.
So there's a. You ever hear this Netflix show called K-pop Demon Hunters?
No.
Okay. Right, I'm about to put you on game. So it's an animated movie
Right.
about these 3 girls who are demon hunters, but they're a K-pop group.
Okay.
But the songs in the movie are charting like crazy. It's the number 1
So it's K-pop.
independent Netflix show ever. It's an animated movie and it's K-pop. The artists, the stars of the movie are K-pop artists, but they're not real. But the songs are real, and the songs are going crazy. So at some point, because they have true fans, I'm talking about, this is how I know they have true fans. I've watched kids sing these songs word for word.
So you saying basically you may be able to pull a live show off like that.
Yes.
Because but wouldn't that be similar to like when they did the hologram, like the hologram shows?
Yeah.
I mean, they wasn't physically there, but you seen the hologram move
Saw
across.
something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And some of those gorilla shows were like that. So I'm wondering if that is going to be the new trend. I feel like it is. There's a lane for that, because once somebody's a fan of a song, fans don't play about it.
But now that takes
they'll go.
But now that takes us down the rabbit hole of, man, like if they pull that off, right? If you successfully sign a $3 million artist, you be able to successfully get that artist going with shows. I mean, let's say we can pull the video stuff off.
Right.
We can do everything we need to do except for the actual artist being physical. If you could pull that off, right? At that point, you don't need at that point, that eliminates the whole point of having an artist. Now, the label don't have to pay for anybody.
This is what Timberland was talking about, and people got mad at him, but that's how he's viewing it. The artist won't be late. The artist don't be drunk and high. The artist ain't gonna mess up no hotel rooms. The artist is only what you prompted to.
There's an artist in a box.
And who you splitting the money with?
There's nobody to split the money with. It's all yours.
You ain't got to buy the artist no jewelry. You ain't got to get no tour bus.
So, but now let's be realistic. Let's think about this thing for real. Let's look at it like this. Now, if we did that, wouldn't that kill music?
Yes. Yes.
Because now, and the crazy part about it is, when you look at music being now in a futuristic stage, right? You're looking at this music thing, right? You saying you already got bots, so we already know if we sign them, if we can sign it at $3 million, you already know we going up.
Bot it up.
We going up.
Yeah.
And that was another thing. Oh wow, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about too. It's crazy, but we bought it up. We bought it up. So we can already make it be the top selling song, the top moving songs in the country. Again, it takes you all the way back. If you know that's happening, where do you value the actual artist? How do you value an actual artist? Where do an actual artist actually fit into this whole scheme of AI when it comes to music 5 or 10 years from now?
I think the only way to combat that, honestly, is you got to look at the Lil Russells out there, right?
Right.
Because as much as you like an AI thing, it's still not real. Like, okay, so we're going back to the AI show. If you do, or I'll use K-pop Demon Hunters because they're so big and I really know that they have real fans.
Okay.
Let's say the kids go to the show. They're going to have a ball, right? They're going to buy merch. They're going to do everything that they do for a regular artist. But there's something about the Lil Russells and the Nipseys, and, there's the connection that you get with these underdog artists where you watch them grow and you feel like you're growing with them. So you want to support them and you want to make sure you helping them grow and feed their family, because then you become a part of the movement. Right. I don't think that's something that AI can reproduce, because you can't reproduce human interaction and a real grind and a real hustle, because most of our favorite artists at one point was like underdog. Cardi is another perfect example.
Right.
Like, she was the underdog. You watched her, you rooted for her. You was like, man, she ghetto, she hood, she like my bitch around the way. I like her. I want her to win. That's something that you can't reproduce. And I think music always, it's still how it touched the soul. It's the best artist touch the soul.
But the way they making this AI music now is good now. It's not like it's
not
whack. It's amazing music. So if music touches the soul, that mean if it's a good record, what does that mean?
But you still have to be connected to the artist himself, I believe. There's something about...
You really think it's a connection between good music and being able to connect to the artist? If you like the song, you just like the song.
Yeah, but you could be programmed to like songs. I've been programmed to like a lot of songs.
And the reason why I say that is because you are programmed now to like songs. Like you got songs now that what was the song? The Baby, what was that? Tommy...
Tommy Richmond. Yeah, I hate that fucking song.
You like,
but
they
programmed
you programmed to like that song. You was programmed to like that song.
Yep.
And you never knew what he looked like until I still to this day don't think a lot of people even know what he looked like.
But to hammer down that point, where is he now? Where's the second record? What does he look like? Who's going to his shows? Who's buying Tommy Richmond merch? Who's saying, "Hey, yo, put that Tommy Richmond on"?
Right, but that's the power.
Is that even his name? Am I even saying a nigga name?
Right, that may be his name.
I think so. Shout out to you, bro.
But that's the whole thing. And then now it's crazy that we even talking about that. And now you got the emergence of like direct to consumer. Now you got artists that now want to sell directly.
That's the way
to the consumer.
That's
the
way.
I'm saying? That's crazy. Because now we're talking about AI and bots, but then now on the underscene, on the underground, you got artists really talking about coming back direct to consumer.
You have to do that. I honestly, personally think that is the best way. The only way you're going to do this is to get out, touch the people, get your fans, build your fan base, build your tribe, and just feed them. Because if you got 200 people that fuck with you, you can keep going for a while, because them 200 is going to give you another 200.
Right, but when you think about it now, right? Let's think about this. Let's lay it on the table. And I think we talked about this on another show. When you actually create a song, right? You own 100% of that record, right?
Right.
How much of that record are you giving up just to be on a Spotify?
To be on a Spotify?
To be on a Spotify, Tidal, Apple. How much of your record are you giving up? Because from my understanding, they may be paying a percentage of a penny.
We don't even know. They make up the number and change it every time, so we don't know. And they change the rules.
But what I'm saying, so if you own 100% of that record, just look at what you're giving up to be on that platform. But now if you sell direct to consumer, you're only probably going to give up, maybe 20% of that record?
Yeah, that's why it's better to me.
You see what I'm saying?
You just got to have some type of marketing behind you so people are aware of it. Because that even.biz, shout out to Renegade, our boy Renegade El Rey.
Right.
He put his album out on even.biz. There's another artist I'm a big fan of, Stove God Cooks. He put his album on even.biz. You don't have to sell a gang of records if you keeping most of the profits to make a good living.
Right, because back in the day, if you were selling independent records, you sold 3,000 copies. That was like ghetto. That was like ghetto rich. It was ghetto gold.
Trunk. Master P.
They call that ghetto gold.
Ghetto gold. So we could bring that back.
You know what I mean? So
if the people really rock with you.
And here we go again. Now we're talking about what I always talk about with a fan base. How many artists, how many real independent artists have really developed a fan base? Not monthly listeners.
Right.
not that boy. Like really
tangible fans.
Right. Because I do this thing at New Music Monday, and you know this, where we let artists come perform for free. If they can bring 10 to 15 fans that will pay to see them perform.
Which is not a lot of people.
No, if you
10, I could get 10 people to come to a cookout.
No, this is the crazy part about it though, Filthy. They have at least 10 people that want to come with them for free, that want to stand on stage.
Yeah, they want to be a part of it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the other part of it is this. Those people would better serve you if they were standing on the front row, supporting you.
Facts.
Than they would be standing on stage.
Yep.
You know, and that was a post I made too. You know, like I said, most of the stuff that I talk about, you can find it on my page. Big X ATL. Shameless plug. Listen. But you can find the stuff on my page, man. It's like, I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna bring if you don't really have a fan base in this day and age in the music business right now, you're really missing the whole point of the music business, because right now the real connection is being able to connect with the fans, being able to bring real people to your shows, and people really being able to support what you're doing. If you don't have that level of support right now, you're really missing the whole point of being an independent artist, because the whole thing is you want to bring real people into the fold of what you're doing as an artist. And if you can't do that, it's like if you're going to go perform at New Music Monday and you say you hot, I should see at least 20 to 50 people standing there going, man, I came out to see this person. I can't
wait to see him perform tonight. Yes.
Because this person, man, I hear this record all the time. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I should be able to see the response from people immediately. But if they all standing on stage with you, how am I supposed to see that?
Yep. And this is a cheat code we've given out a bunch of times. So
it's like
say it again. Like, all right, so when people say fake it till you make it, right? I think that they're faking it in the wrong areas. Don't buy the fake jewelry and pay for streams. If you really want to fake it till you make it, what you should do is get all your cousins, all your homies, your girlfriends, her friends, your mama, little nieces and nephews and all them. Tell them you have a show. Have all of them come to the show and stand in the front, and it's going to be a crowd. And it's human nature. If you see 20 people rapping the words to the person on stage, you're like, damn, this nigga must be hot. I feel left out. I'm late. I didn't know he was lit. You don't know that these are your family members or your cousins or people. You could have even paid these niggas to show up. Nobody knows. But it's going to look good on camera, and it's FOMO is real. Yeah. It's fear of missing out.
And see, and the crazy thing, even when you say that, Phil, the thing I think a lot of people are missing even right now when you look at this whole female wave right now, right? Mm-hmm. Why is the female wave working right now?
They stick together.
Not even just that they stick together. When you book a female right now, they're showing up with everybody. They showing up with their aunt. They showing up with their mama. They showing up with their sister, their brothers, their cousins,
their friends,
all their girlfriends. So if you book a girl, you already know you gonna have each girl's gonna bring at least 10, 15 people, just because they understand the fact that, man, I got to get people out to support me. Mm-hmm. Now you do the opposite and you invite a guy, you're gonna get what?
Get a bunch of niggas,
and everybody won't get in for free.
Everybody want to get in for free, and everybody want to fuck up the vibes and probably
right. So that's why
a dangerous situation.
And we said this. I said this before. I don't know if I was on a podcast or whatever. I said one of the things that I love about the female movement right now that's totally different from the male movement that we had over the last 20-some years in hip hop is when females do come, they do bring a support group. But the thing about it is they come in, they're professional. They come in, they want to work. They're eager to get on the stage. They're eager to do some of the things that they need to do. And they kind of try to understand the business a lot more than a lot of the dudes. I think a lot of it is, with a lot of the male artists, is more ego than it is actual music.
And it's a lick. They don't love this shit. You could tell by the product. They don't love it. It's a lick. Man, I got money. I'm the biggest dope boy out here. Man, let me go make a record.
And I hate to go back to my page again, because I said that the other day. I said a lot of people, when you look at the music now, everybody's complaining about the music, because I think a lot of times when these cats are going in the studio, they're not going to make music. They're going in the studio with the mind frame of, I'm going to hit a lick. This is gonna be my lick, instead of going in, I'm gonna make a great record. I'm gonna make a record that's gonna touch somebody. Like you said, if music touches the soul, then I want to make a record that's gonna touch everybody, not just people that's in my hood, not just people that's in my city. I want to touch people that, like when you make a country grandma, I'm pretty sure when Nelly made that record, he didn't know that shit was gonna touch everybody.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But when he went in there, he didn't go, man, I'm gonna make sure this song go out to all my niggas in my hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, you're right. And I do want to challenge all the artists out there. Like, there's a big lack of creativity, man, and we can tell who does love it and who doesn't. And I just challenge y'all to think bigger than when you in the studio making records. Just think bigger, because the bigger you are, you could be with Burna Boy somewhere on tour. Don't be thinking about trying to be at, Strokers. That's easy.
Yeah, I mean, and that's part of the problem with Atlanta too, man. Atlanta is a lot of people don't know, it's territorial. So you could be hot at Strokers and nobody ever heard of you at Blaze.
So that's what we told an artist that earlier. That's my man. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm on the West Side. You don't never come to the West Side, because they will love your music over there. But
but that's the thing about, like, that's the beauty of Atlanta too, and that's the beauty of the strip clubs, is that you can, a lot of people love Funky, a lot of people love you over at Wax, a lot of people love Kool-Aid at Blaze, you get what I'm saying, and KOA and Be Easy over at Rumors. People have their preferences.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
Work your trap.
But for me, I'm working all of them, and I'm gonna work that day shift trap. I'm gonna go in the daytime when it's free.
Drop a jewel. Teach them this game. I learned this game a long time ago. This is beautiful. Teach them this game, bro.
Yeah,
Yes.
if you want to break your record, the easiest thing to do in Atlanta, man, all the strip clubs are free in the daytime.
Yes.
So for me, I'm gonna go hit the strip clubs early. I'm gonna make sure all the day shift DJs got my record, because if the day shift DJs got my record, what that mean the nighttime DJ is gonna do?
They're gonna play it because the girl's gonna be asking, "What's that song that the day shift guy was? Why I ain't got that? Give me that. What is it?" It trickles down to the nighttime.
There you go, bro.
This is the other thing. You gotta work these girls, bro. Like all the girls in my club, all of them travel.
Yep.
They on the traveling team.
Oh, yeah.
So if you hot where I'm at, them girls gonna go to another club. She gonna take that song to Vivid and ask that DJ, "Yo, you ain't got that such and such. Filthy be playing it over there. Oh yeah, let me play that."
But let me ask you this though.
Work your trap.
Let me ask you this: how important do you think it is for artists to work their music outside of Atlanta?
Oh, I think it's super important because I'm a big on saying that Atlanta's a bubble. Like you could be hot here and nowhere else will they know you. It's easier. Atlanta is hard to break in because it's expensive. If you go work that Chitlin circuit and go other places, you can go. Your money can go a lot farther, and nobody be pulling up on these people in these little country towns. So they're gonna be happy to see you.
Right. And we do a tour in the Midwest, but I want to go back to this first. I want to ask you this: do you think that handicaps Atlanta artists a lot of times?
Yes.
Because you are Atlanta celebrity.
Yeah, you look.
You know what I'm saying?
Atlanta's the ones that we don't give a fuck about no celebrity, bro. We
But
don't care.
you inside of the bubble that we call the bubble, you
Yeah.
are a celebrity. But outside of that bubble is where it really matters.
Yeah, we're not easily impressed. You could do the same thing here, and we'd be like, eh. You go to Birmingham, they be like, damn, you all right. You go to the Midwest, they like, boy, this nigga hard.
Right.
He's lit, he's popping, and you're from Atlanta. So if you go outside of Atlanta, automatically when you say you're from Atlanta, people, you already got some cool points.
But do you even think that matter now? Like,
Yes.
like when you go somewhere, people do is the mystique of
Yes.
being from Atlanta still?
Yes.
Does it even do it still matter?
Yes, hell yeah.
You
Think
think
about
so?
it. Man, listen, we got a Magic City documentary out right now.
You think so?
I know so, because when I travel, niggas like, damn, you from Atlanta? Yeah. Oh, shit. Automatically, I can just tell how the way they
Right,
treat us.
okay.
And not only are we just from, think about it. Atlanta, the brand of Atlanta in America, especially with black people, we the shit. We got the baddest bitches. We got
Oh, really?
yeah, nigga. That's what they say. That's what they say. We got the baddest bitches. We got the most exciting clubs. We got the most exciting events. We got media on lock for black people. We're the home of black excellence. We're
Okay.
Wakanda, right? Black.
Okay.
All the big rich people that they say per
Right.
capita
Okay.
that are black are in Atlanta.
So I'm gonna be devil's advocate, right?
No, of course, but I'm just saying, if you don't live here, this
Okay.
is all you know. This is the media. This is word of mouth. This is what people know about Atlanta. So when you meet somebody from Atlanta, you like, oh shit, you from Black Hollywood, nigga. That's amazing.
I think that people used to feel that way. I don't know if they really feel that way now. I think the internet kind of changed that perception of Atlanta.
Well, now, okay.
Because
Only way I give you that is because
now-
of this Young Thug shit.
Because now that, and you got before the Young Thug, you had people going, it's too expensive. The clubs are horrible. The bottles, the sections, the this, the that. It seemed like every other
Nah,
day
that's
it was
everywhere.
people.
Miami like that, New
You
York
know what I'm
like
saying?
that.
But for a minute, it seemed like every other day people were online bashing Atlanta.
They come here all the time though.
I get that, but
Still.
do you think it's a flaw? And you got to say it's some flaw in what we do. Everything ain't.
No, it ain't
correct.
perfect, but I'm saying a nigga from Nebraska will fucking spend his last dime to come to Atlanta and meet a nigga from Atlanta or a girl from Atlanta.
Really?
Yes.
I
Let's
just
say you
don't-
live
I-
in.
I'm just me, and I've been here all my life.
Yeah.
Filthy. I just don't feel that no more.
Okay, so
I
let
feel
me-
like I feel like Atlanta has gotten watered down. I still think it's a beautiful city. I still think we the shit. I still think the music is it moves the city, the whole shit. I know what we bring to the culture, the whole nine, but is it that it like it used to be?
Yes, because if we not, who is?
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Like Love and Hip Hop.
I ain't watched that.
I don't watch it either.
I ain't watched that shit in so long. Stop.
I'm talking about the people in the world, right, who consume media.
Right.
It's Atlanta. Like the Love and Hip Hop started in New York, and that one was okay. But when it got to Atlanta, that shit,
it took off. But let me ask you this: in a culture of Atlanta right now, just music and the culture right now, are those platforms like the Love and Hip Hop? Are they beneficial to the culture, or do you think we could do without them right now?
We could do without them. They make us look terrible. They do. But it's like a train wreck. You can't stop watching that shit.
Okay.
I don't watch it, but my wife watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My niece watch it. Like I know the girls watch it. The girls like to watch drama.
I don't watch that shit.
That's what it is.
And that's the crazy
part. It's not for us.
But that's the crazy part about it. Let me ask you this: name three things right now you think that you would change right now in the culture.
In the culture of Atlanta, or just period?
Just period in the culture.
Well, number one would be stop glorifying the drug addicts. Like I don't feel like a whole generation of people should be influenced by niggas who are junkies and shit. That shit lame. Like I grew up on the hustlers. I grew up on the niggas who used to sell the drugs. Not to say that's better, but we never looked up to the nigga that was on lean and the nigga that was on pills and perked up out of their mind and passing out and shit. I don't respect that. I didn't grow up on that. So I think that's
one. All right.
Let's not glorify that.
Okay.
Are we talking music or are we talking culture?
We're talking culture.
Culture, I think we need to really lean into the things like the guys that Earn Your Leisure are doing. Teaching finance, teaching entrepreneurship,
right.
teaching business to our community so we have other things to look at. So like our kids can see, because a whole generation was just looking up to, like, no offense to him, I love Lil Wayne, like the Little Waynes and all that. Like you're just thinking, I got to be a rapper or an athlete. There are a lot of successful black businessmen, tech people, but they're not brought to the front and they're
right.
not even known about. I think that's something we need to push to the forward of the culture.
So that's two.
That's two. And then
give me one more.
This is gonna sound lame, but we got to get back to unity, bro. I just believe in that. Like we stronger together. Like the world is a fucked up place. We see what's going on with all these white folks and with all these politicians. They don't give a fuck about us. So they're shitting on us, and then we're shitting on each other. We definitely can't win. So I'm real big on black unity. Like I'm big on that. Like hey man, I want to eat with you, not compete with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that's how I feel. Like I feel like a lot of it right now, man, is we do need a lot more unity in the culture. But I do like the part where you was talking about the financial literacy, man. Like I think a lot of the problems that we have right now is we're not financially literate.
No, because our parents didn't know.
You know what I'm saying? And I tell my daughter that all the time. I said some of the things that I know now, I can only. I wish my parents could have taught it. I could have learned those things from them, but I guess I had to go through the process I went through to know the knowledge that I have now to share it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think even on our platform, right, because we have a voice, like we talk about this off camera all the time, we didn't want to be the show with the clickbait and the gossip and all that shit. Like we both are grown men,
right,
with families, and we've been in the game for a long time, so we got a lot of jewels we can share. So not only do I think it's our duty to share knowledge and give back what we know, but also bring guests on here that can educate us and educate the fan base too, because we can't just talk about it, we gotta be about it. And you're plugged in with a lot of people, bro. A lot of people, a lot of black excellence, man. I think we need to focus on that a lot.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna think. Do you think that the Instagram and social media has really brought us to the point to where I was watching this girl this morning. She said, we just at a point to where we can't go back. We can never go back to what it was.
What was it? What does she mean by that?
Let's go back 5 years ago. Let's go back how good life was 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. Let's go back to let's go back even to the Obama years.
Right. Okay, but what was good about it?
Life was a lot more simple and we had a lot more money.
We damn sure had a lot more money.
And now when you look at what we headed now, you know what I'm saying? Like, this man hasn't even been in office a year, and we in complete turmoil, bro.
Yes.
Chaos.
They're trying to erase our history, literally. like they're saying like slavery is black history, but slavery is American history. It's how America was built.
You know, we go down that rabbit hole, we'll be here for hours. But
Okay, we'll put a pin in that.
But
these are things that we need to discuss as black men.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so as we move into this new junction, man, as with the We Outside show.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to be back, man. You know,
sure.
It's great being here. I don't know why Buddy didn't show up. Buddy is our other partner that's not here.
Shout out to Buddy.
Shout out to Buddy.
Yeah, for sure.
But, you know, look forward to seeing more things from us. And
yeah, we're going to drop a lot of jewels, man. We're going to introduce you to new music. We're going to talk about everything. We Outside. This is not a music podcast. We're going to talk about movies, culture, business, everything. We're going to have a lot of dope guests. We got some surprises going to come through. And I'm just glad to be back outside, man. You already know the vibes. Make sure you follow us, like, share, subscribe at the We Outside Show, all platforms. And we back outside, man. You know the vibes. Your boy DJ Filthy
man.
Rich.
You already know this your boy DJ Big X, and we doing this thing. You know what I'm talking about?
We'll see y'all next time, man. Peace.